Hey everyone, Lisa asked me to talk about, just for a minute, I'll keep it short, about what being a coach has done for me or what it's meant for me. So thanks for asking me. Here it goes. Basically, what coaching has done for me more than anything else is that it's just given me my freedom of time. Because when I decided to be a Beachbody coach, I was scared out of my mind. I had no idea how I was going to do it. I was looking at the possibility of being homeless at the time, like literally homeless, and I had like maybe 20 minutes a day that I could focus towards this. So I got in and I had no income, I had no job, I couldn't even claim anything on my taxes. So I literally had no income, no time, and I had a ton of self sabotaging kind of self talk and just a lot of negative stuff and a lot of my own stuff to get over. So this business allowed me to do that and to build it on my own time at my own pace and to get some skills that I needed because I had no idea what I was doing. And I so appreciate the fact that there's so much in terms of like learning how to do this from people who have been there, done that. That was one of the reasons I got into this, is because I knew I was going to be learning from people that had, that had been there, done that. And I know when I went to college, for example, I wasn't necessarily learning from people who had been there, done that, and that didn't turn out too well for me. But being a Beachbody coach, I got healthy, and I did it in a way that it was tied to this new income I was building, this new income type. And eventually, it took me 2.5 years. Some people it takes longer, some people not as long. But I figure the way that I was going and what I was doing before, I don't think I ever would have brought my head above water, to be honest with you. And I don't think I would have learned skills that I believe are like recession proof. Like the economy could be doing anything now, and I know that I'm going to be okay because of what I've learned here. So I've got my freedom of time. I recently found my birth family. I'm adopted, so now I can go visit them whenever I want. I don't have to check in with a boss because I don't have one. I like to say I fired my boss. For me, that meant calling off the job search because I never did find work again. That was pretty devastating, but eventually that turned into something that was completely liberating when I got to this point in February of 2010. So it's been a while now where I decided I'm doing way better now than I did at any job, and so that's it. I'm calling the job search off. I don't need one anymore. That was amazing. And then shortly after that, I found my birth family. I've always wanted to meet them and find out that they exist and that they're alive and that they want to know about me. As it turns out, we all want to know about each other and have a relationship together. And at that point, I had already achieved, financial freedom, which is really freedom of my time. I really believe the true rich of the world, they measure their wealth by their time, not their money. But this particular income type, residual, passive, from being a Beachbody coach, gives you your freedom of time, which is the real wealth. So now it's like I've got this beautiful extended family. We all want to know each other and be part of each other's lives. I don't have to ask permission from a gatekeeper, we'll just say, a boss, to take time off. They could say yes or no. I can just go, and it's been just amazing that I can do that, and I don't have to check my bank account because I know the money is there. And the money keeps coming in whether I work or don't work. I could take a week off, a month off from doing my Beachbody business, and it doesn't matter. The money, at this point, I've grown it to a size now where it's passive income. It comes in regardless. And I love going out there and getting to know them. And sometimes I go out and I visit Lisa too, which is really cool. And sometimes we'll do like business activities that doesn't feel like business activities. We're just being ourselves, which is really great. So that's another thing that I get to be myself. Like I remember every job I ever had, to various degrees, I had to not be myself. I had to bite my tongue and things like that. And whenever I did have a cool boss that let me be myself, it was still at the leisure of somebody else. And for me personally, that didn't, and that never resonated with me. So now I get to be myself at my own leisure and pull more of myself out, and I get to create the freedom of time. And I get a tremendous satisfaction anytime that I can move somebody or inspire somebody just from my own story to do something great with their own life. That's pretty awesome. So I guess, yeah, those are the things that being a coach has done for me. It's given me my freedom of my time. I was able to build it at a pace that worked for me because I only had 20 minutes a day. I was so busy. I had no money, so the fact I could get in, even though I had no income, I could still get in anyway. I put it on a credit card, and I got my butt to work. And to this day, I've never missed a credit card payment. So that turned out to be really good. But gosh, the startup cost is so minimal, and it's like At the time, I didn't realize this, but you look at other business models out there, and it costs so much that most people can't do it because they don't have the money, or they have to put their home up and everything they own is collateral, which is really, wow, that's a big risk. So it's like the risk is so minimal, and the rewards are so great. I mean, like, the reward potential is unlimited. So it's like, I think about the risk to reward ratio, and I don't believe there is another business model that exists that has a better risk to reward ratio. Anybody can get in because it's so minimal to get in, and the rewards can be as great as you make them to be. I suppose is what I'm saying. And the fact I could do it in just 20 minutes a day or so in the beginning, because that's all I had, and that was enough to get this thing going. It's like, I don't know where else I could have done this. Really, I don't. And also the product itself, like the Shakeology, I can't make claims because I'm not a doctor, but my dad's doctor is a doctor because it's my dad's doctor. And he said that my dad has no right to expect to be alive, literally living, if not for that shake. So I can cite my dad's doctor, and I do all the time. So I get to keep my dad around longer because of these products, according to my dad's doctor. That never could put a price on that. And I can be with my birth family and get to know them, as well as my adoptive family, that wonderful relationship with everybody. And I can freely do that and fly long distance and do what I need to do without having to worry about anything. Don't have to get permission to take time off. The whole freedom to be able to create experiences without worrying about time, money, getting permission from somebody who could say no. It's the whole freedom and being able to be myself at my leisure instead of somebody else's, all of that. So that's what being a Beachbody coach means for me. That's what it's done for me. And if that resonates with you, then I encourage you to ask Lisa or, your coach, whoever that is, more about it. Ask for the goods, ask for the info, and see if it's something that makes sense for you. And if it does resonate with you, then I encourage you to act on it like yesterday. And you will have the help, the tools, and the resources, just as I did and still do. That's a big deal. That is huge. There's a lot of people that get involved in something, and once they sign up, they're just left on their own to wander around like Moses in the desert for 40 years or whatever. That's crazy. But there is actually unprecedented peer support here, so that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to end this now. Hope you got something out of it. Hope it provides some clarity for you if you're looking at this as a possible thing for you to do. Take care, everyone. Oh, my name is Tom, by the way, Tom Birkenmeyer, and I've been a Beachbody coach since August of 2007. Overcoming stuff ever since. Bye for now.